Piper Rockelle has officially lost it. I thought she had lost it when she did her OF. Was it on New Year's or like right after her birthday? I'm unsure. Anyways, I'm pretty sure she has already lost it. This is by Kelly Scholas. I'm assuming that's how you say that, at least. I'm assuming that's how you say that. We're gonna go in. Also, please consider liking and subscribing. I am expecting the worst because with this lady, right? I still believe that her parents are the main reason that she turned out the way she did, because they were sexualizing her from a young age. But yeah, we're going in. 18th birthday, yeah. Which is crazy, because consider this: that means whatever was on that website, on that OF, was already recorded when she was 17. Anyways, moving on, or younger. Who knows? Crazy work.
Piper Rockelle is not new to controversy online, but recently things have gotten a lot weirder because now a creator named Natalie Reynolds is involved, and what started as just another disturbed person around Piper is slowly turning into something people can't really understand. From the
What the fuck is going on? What the? Wait, why is there some Yuri stuff going on? Stop.
dynamic to the way they act in their videos that raises a lot of eyebrows to even them
Did I read that correctly? Did I read that correctly?
turning into something people can't really understand. From their dynamic to the way they act in their videos that raises a lot
Dance if you're taking Yeah, I don't think what on earth?
of eyebrows to even them speculating they're in a three-way relationship. For lack of better words, it has really gotten weird. And the more videos they post, the less it feels like influencer drama and more like a situation that has been building up for a while. And as much
I'm gonna say this the way it is. All these young female influencers doing OR stuff is a psyop to get more young girls into doing this. That's all I'm gonna say. It is a psyop to get more young women to do this. And when everyone's a hoe, nobody is.
as it hurts to say, it was bound
I guess we really just are Rome. We really just are Rome. We are the modern Rome. Anyways, that's the new DLC. I hate these DLCs. Thanks, I hate it.
to happen. First off, who is Piper Rockelle? Piper Rockelle was born in Georgia on August 21st, 2007. She's an American social media personality, YouTuber, and actress that is well known for her vlogs, pranks, and music content. In the social media space, she's sometimes referred to as a kidfluencer because she led a popular creator group known as the Piper Squad. Piper Rockelle has almost 20 million followers on TikTok, and on there she mostly posts viral trends and dance challenges. On Instagram, she has 6.6 million followers, and her content mostly lingers around high fashion photography, lifestyle reels, and glimpses into behind the scenes of her daily life. On YouTube, she has 12.2 million subscribers and over 3 billion views. So as you can see, she's a very, very big creator. Now, let's get into the controversies that Piper Rockelle has been involved in. I mentioned earlier that Piper Rockelle led a popular creators group known as the Piper Squad, and she led this group from 2017 to 2020. And if you're able to do your calculation, you should know that in 2017, Piper Rockelle was only 10 years old. And just thinking about that, I can't even imagine a 10-year-old leading a group, but that's besides the point. From the get-go, netizens had a lot of problems with this group, not only because they're filled with young children who are not old enough to make decisions by themselves, but also because their content was inherently provocative. I would say that almost all the content they posted back then was really about staging romantic encounters,
I'm gonna I mean, yeah, obviously, which is interesting, right? This is like weird. Generally, I think that minors should not be being content creators. That is just what I believe. But here we are, and there's no going back. The great Roman Empire, isn't it? uh here's the thing. I do believe that we are experiencing similar things to what drove the Roman Empire to fall, which is degeneracy. I do think that societal decay causes, so that obviously it causes even empires to fall, and the human empire will fall. Crazy.
that this person has a crush on this person, even going as far to doing kissing challenges.
This is for love. What does it say? What does it say?
What's my process?
Bro reacted to it like he was not involved. What's my bra size? Bro reacted to it like he was not involved, that nobody told him this question was going to come up. But how would he know? How do you know? How would you know? Hold up, how would you know? Hold up, wait a minute.
Who? How the freak am I supposed to know that?
I don't know. I probably said it before. Like,
All right, I'll go with a C. C? No. Is he wrong?
oh my god.
He's right.
No.
Is he right?
You got it right.
I know this is a shameless plug, but you can recommend video topics and ideas you would like me to look into and why. Just use the first link in the description below and I will definitely check it out. Speaking of provocative, we also have to talk about how Piper Rockelle has been called out multiple times for over-sexualizing herself. For example, posing in a bikini and posting
Crazy word, by the way. It gets even more interesting, right? She was already hanging around with the Bop House chicks when she was still a minor. I just want to point that out. I don't know if that gets pointed out, but yeah, I want to point that out as well, right? That did happen.
it on the internet for millions of people to see. Even the popular singer known as Pink had something to say about the situation because it was already getting to a point that nobody could really ignore it. She made a tweet saying, "How many kids like Piper Rockelle are being exploited by their parents, and at what point do the rest of
The Pink, the singer Pink, I think that's who it is, right? It should be. I haven't heard anything from this woman, by the way. She's still alive. How many kids like Piper Rockelle are being exploited by their parents, and at what point do the rest of us say this isn't okay for a 30-year-old to be posing in a bikini while her mother takes the photo? Never, because I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is brought up, but she was posting that stuff already on essentially a softcore website for underage women. That's all I'm gonna say.
say this isn't okay for a 13-year-old to be posing in a bikini whilst her mother takes the picture, which is 100% valid. It's a different thing when a teenager, or let's just say a 13-year-old, takes a bikini photo and posts it on Instagram for millions and millions of people to potentially see without their parents knowing. And what makes it worse is when their mother was the one who took that picture and maybe potentially, allegedly, even made that post on Instagram. After the tweet made by Pink went viral, Piper Rockelle did not keep quiet. She made a statement that says, "Pictures of teenagers in bikinis having fun are not sexual. They're only sexual if you view us that way." Some people might say that's true.
Yes, but the presentation matters. The presentation matters. Not to mention that it doesn't matter whether you are a teenager or not. People will sexualize you, whether you like that or not. Now, is that creepy behavior? Absolutely, but it is going to happen. Not to mention that, well, no, she has an OF. Previously, she had a similar website without too much nudity. And now we're here. Not to mention all the previous videos. Like, nobody's falling for this. Like, right? Nobody's falling for this.
And some might disagree, which to each their own. However, Piper Rockelle's situation is pretty different because even right from when she was 10 years old, she had been posting content that is somehow like that. Content that leans into the romantic-esque gesture of her constantly being in a space where she has to make videos that are not appropriate for her age. So when Pink made that tweet, she wasn't just making that tweet for that one picture that Piper Rockelle posted. It was for multiple things that had been done in the past and was already raising concerns to a lot of people. Speaking of her mom, let's talk about Tiffany Smith. And this woman has been accused of a lot of things. Number one, the fact that she has been sexualizing Piper from a very, very young age, and she allegedly forces Piper to film certain videos that she doesn't want to film.
There's a lot of speculation out there about whose decision it was ultimately for Piper to join OnlyFans. Was it solely her decision, or was it her mother, who has been her longtime manager?
See, it might have been her decision. That doesn't mean that the mother didn't have anything to do with it. Because, like, right, you can influence somebody that young. Right? Children are sponges. They will absorb everything you throw in front of them, right? Let's just be real. You know, for real, that's a correct statement made by the wrong person. I think that generally, as a minor, you should not be posting bikini pics. I don't think that should be allowed. I don't think that should be allowed.
Is it your mom deciding or you decide?
It's never been my mom deciding. How many times can I let you guys know, like, I'm okay, that I've never been abused, that I've never been forced to do anything?
Just a few minutes ago, I mentioned that Piper Raquel had a popular creators group called the Piper Squad, and in 2022, they filed a lawsuit against Tiffany Smith for $22 million for alleged sexual, physical, and emotional abuse. And it was also alleged that they didn't really get paid as much as they were supposed to, even though the channel made millions and millions of dollars in revenue. In 2025, a Netflix docuseries called Bad Influence: The Dark Side of Influencing was released, and it focuses on the allegations of abuse and exploitation within the group. Let's just say the entire documentary was directed at Piper Raquel's mother, Tiffany Smith. So as you can see, this woman is not liked at all. Personally, I find that to be very, very annoying. To me, anybody that exploits their child is inherently evil, and you cannot convince me otherwise, because just look at the situation Piper is in right now. Let's get into the recent controversies. Towards the end of 2025, Piper Raquel started filming videos with spicy creators. I will just say it, adult creators, and they're part of a popular creator group known as
They're not creators. There is literally no difference between this. There's essentially almost no difference between this and the P word. The P that ends in I prostitution. Let's not sugarcoat it. There's essentially no difference between the P word and that, right? There's no difference, right? There is no creator. You're not creating anything. Get out of here.
the Bob House. This made netizens really, really angry, and rightfully so. At that point, Piper Raquel was just 17 years old. She hadn't even turned 18, and yes, she is filming content with spicy creators who make content that she cannot even access at that age. When this video started gaining traction, the creators that are part of this group started saying things like Piper was just there to create content and she was just visiting. I would say it was a very, very big drama back then, and Piper Raquel received a lot of backlash for it. However, a lot of people were happy because, remember, they said that Piper was just there to create content and to make videos, essentially to just visit. So they were hopeful, thinking that Piper Raquel would never step into the adult industry. That was probably their worst fear. Little did they know that they were in for it. On the 1st of January 2026, Piper Raquel announced that she opened an OnlyFans account. I wouldn't say this announcement really shocked people. It wasn't anything that was extremely groundbreaking. However, it surprised some people because they were thinking that she wouldn't follow this path or get into the
She hangs around people that do. Is it really surprising? She did similar stuff before, so the other part isn't even brought up, right? The other posts on that other website aren't even, right, that we saw in the Amala Ikpinobi videos, right? That wasn't even brought up, right? That wasn't even, I don't even know that if this lady knows it, but that wasn't even brought up, right? She was sexualized in her videos before, then she hung around these women, and now she does this. She does it. Is it really that surprising? I do not think so.
adult industry. Piper announced that in just a few hours, she earned $1 million, and in just a day, she had accumulated about $3 million in earnings. $3 million in one day. And that is why I always say, if there is no demand, there will not be supply, because even before Piper Raquel turned 18, people were already telling her to open an OnlyFans account that she would really make a lot of money. It's crazy. It's crazy that this even exists. People telling her to open OnlyFans account. It just seemed like netizens already made a path for her to follow, and she eventually followed that path. When she started receiving backlash again,
You are a creepy weirdo if you were essentially spawn camping. Because that's what it is. A lot of these people were spawn camping. Not only that, right? It was on New Year's. Something like that. Was it on New Year's? Could have been the other chick as well, right? That turned 18. Doesn't matter, right? Listen, it's weird. It's weird. You're a weirdo. You're odd if you were spawn camping. Duck, you're doing something wrong. Go to why don't you do it? No, actually, correction. You do not do it. I'll make sure that you won't do it. I will make sure that you won't do it, kiddo. I will stop you.
She decided to address it on the podcast, and she basically said that she has always wanted to do this even before she turned 18.
I've been talking about it for so long, and like I've been teasing people about it for so long, and it's honestly just like a joke at this point. Like it's just funny. I've been wanting to do this for so long. I know it sounds so terrible, but like either way, I would be doing this shit on Instagram. I just didn't want to.
No. I don't believe that. No. I don't believe that. I don't believe that a second. No girl for so long. What does she mean by that? No, like 12, 13, 14-year-old sits there and is like, OF now. I wanna be an adult creator when I'm grown. I wanna be a hoe when I'm grown. What the fuck are you on about? Nope. Hi Lumpy, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. You should start your own Poke fans. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Yeah, and I'll just post my muscles and my workout routines for the girlies, of course. Nah. That I can't betray. I can't betray someone like that. Someone specific. I can't do that.
Hurt anyone, you know what I mean?
So this is something that you like did want to do and thought about.
I was literally thinking about it for like so long. Like I was so long. Like several months before I was actually turning 18, I was just thinking about.
I feel like you almost have like a more confident aura from last time we saw you.
Well, of course. I mean, it feels really good to be able to do something that you've been told not to do by so many people for so long. There were so many people telling me not to do it that didn't know me, that have nothing, they don't know me.
While I was watching this video, I was just thinking to myself, I have a sister who is slightly older than Piper, and I was just thinking, how would I react if my sister comes up to me and tells me that she wants to open an OnlyFans account and it's something that she had been thinking or dreaming about even before she turned 18? I'll just look at her like she's crazy because, girl, what are you saying to me right now? What?
Here's I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it like. If I had my sister just said right, if I had the youngest sister and she just was like, yeah, I want to do an OF, I'm like, ho, yeah, no, I will. The moment I get access to your computer, I'm deleting that shit immediately. And when my daughter if I ever have a daughter and she gets like to the conclusion she wants to do that, then what's 18 more years? I can always start again, make another kid. You know, Poke fans it's one space away from being something really bad. True. I wouldn't do that. Disgusting. Ugh. Also, I can't allow someone to watch how I'm being shared. That's not fine.
Why are you thinking about opening an OnlyFans account when you were still back in high school? Can you just be for real? It's crazy how this even exists. It's crazy how we are hearing these words and it's passing through our ears and some people see it as normal. In no world should a 17-year-old or let's just say 16-year-old, 16 to 17-year-old be thinking about opening an OnlyFans account. It doesn't just sit right with me and it would never sit right with me. So I think it's safe to say that this industry just loves young, freshly 18-year-old.
I blame dudes, and I blame feminists. I mostly blame feminists, though, 100%. Mostly those.
Women who are willing to sell their bodies on this platform for money. Another thing that the industry loves is a fetish, and I think you should already understand where this is going. Let's introduce Natalie Reynolds. I'm not even going to tell you when she was born because this girl loves attention. Just know that she's a 23-year-old baby who loves rage bait. I mean, she does a lot of stupid things that don't even make sense. For example, promising a homeless woman that she will give her money if she jumps into a lake, copying other people in such disturbing and annoying way.
No fucking way. Now I remember who this is. Now I remember who this is. The chick who made a woman that cannot swim, a homeless woman that cannot swim, jump into water for money. That's the chick. Oh, God. Wow. Look at that. The most horrible people you know are a couple now. Great. Wonderful.
In general, Natalie Reynolds is not a likable person at all. One collab netizens didn't see coming is the collab between Piper Rockelle and Natalie Reynolds. When they
What on... Bro, were you fighting? Were you, like... Bro, when I said bedtime sparring, I didn't mean that most in the most literal sense. I didn't mean that in a literal sense, right? You're not supposed to bedtime spar in the most literal sense, right? You're not supposed to beat each other's ass, and you're not to beat each other's shit. You're not supposed to violently beat each other. Power couple, go girls. Unique correction.
posted their first video, people were left shocked because the caption says, "Revealing my new girlfriend at Piper Rockelle." And this video is just them lip syncing to a song, but netizens were confused as to how Piper is now her new girlfriend. Because remember that Natalie is a very problematic person. To make things worse, Piper posted a video on her page where her and Natalie were showing off their outfit, but just as the video was about to end, they decided to kiss each other, and this just made a lot of people on the internet go crazy. Because what do you mean that one of the most problematic people on the TikTok app is now with a former child star, Piper Rockelle, who is in her own sense also problematic? When this video started gaining traction, Piper Rockelle posted a video responding in an obviously jokey way about the whole situation.
Natalie Reynolds. Seriously? You guys think I kissed Natalie Reynolds? That's disgusting. She's a terrible person. Like, seriously, I wouldn't even collab with her. So you guys really have to stop believing stuff. I have never kissed a girl before, let alone Natalie Reynolds. If that, like, ew, that's disgusting. Stop believing everything you see on the internet. Please, like, it's getting out of hand.
After this, they just kept posting weird videos together, professing their love for each other and speculating that they are in a relationship.
Get ready with us to take Piper's card and make a movie. I'm so nervous. I'm gonna do her makeup and then let's get into it. Okay, first of all, why did you choose me to take your card? Out of like everybody on this planet, why me? First of all, I think you're a really good friend and I know you have a lot of experience, so I'm pretty comfortable with you. I honestly feel like very honored. If you guys didn't know, I am in an open relationship with my husband, which he will also be helping with the movie.
Your chair, sir. Your chair. Your chair. Your chair, mister. Look at that. Why are there so many Destiny out there? Why are there so many items out there? Where are these guys coming from? They spawn like parasites. Aww. I'm ashamed to be a white man. And I'm ashamed to be white at this point. What is this? Why is there so many cucks? Why is there so many cucks and cuck queens? Why is there so many? You guys are gross. Ugh.
Be excited for that. I mean, I'm definitely gonna get to know him more. So everybody, let's introduce our husband, girl.
I just want to point out that Piper
The arguments will be diabolical, by the way, these two will have when they start fighting, right? Because the other one can just throw at the other one, yo, I fucked your boyfriend, your husband. Wonderful, amazing. The arguments are gonna be insane, but aren't white? Sadly, I am.
Rockelle seems very, very uncomfortable in these videos. It just looks like if they mistakenly make a single error when filming, she doesn't want to refilm the whole thing because that is how uncomfortable she looks. She doesn't want to be there, but she has to. But at the end of the day, she made the choice to be there. So why is she there? If she doesn't want to be if she doesn't want to be there. As if this couldn't get any worse, Natalie Reynolds' boyfriend, I'm not gonna mention his name because these people loves attention. I mean, this guy shaved his beard, half of his beard off and left the remaining half. So obviously he's a chronic rage baiter. So I'm not gonna mention his name. Natalie Reynolds' boyfriend got involved. Just to make this all clear, now we have Piper, Natalie, and Natalie's boyfriend making videos together, especially.
What on earth is this? Okay, it's black. Since when? What on earth is this? Anyways, back to it. So. All right. What on earth is this? What am I looking at? What is this? What? Hello, Destiny! He's back. What is this?
Weird videos where they are in very provocative or not really ideal positions for people that are just friends. Later on, they posted a video captioned, and I quote, "I feel like they are secretly in a throuple." By this, they're just leaning into the idea that the three of them are in a relationship together, which is indirectly promoting Piper's OnlyFans. I think you already understand where this is going. Piper, Natalie, and Natalie's boyfriend are making videos together to further promote Piper's OnlyFans and just put it out there that they could potentially, or people
It's gonna be, guys, it's gonna be hilarious once, like, in like 6 or 5 years, right? She's gonna be sitting there and be like, I want a boyfriend, I want a husband, right? Bro, gotta buy one, get one. You gotta buy one, get one for free, get another one for free. It's like crazy. Listen, she's gonna be like, in a few years, right? She's gonna be like, I want to have a husband and children in the future, right? And nobody's gonna take her. And then it happens, right? Then it happens. The Christian grift. It's gonna happen. All these women, it's gonna happen. And like, yeah, you gotta marry this woman, right? Because like she has repented from her sins, and now you know. It's gonna be very interesting to see that in the years, because right, if you didn't know, that is something that occasionally, very often happens. It just recently happened, where a guy posted this cuck money, a Christian dude posted this cuck manifesto, right? Like a whole op page of like, eventually in the middle somewhere saying that his wife, who is an ex-corn star, is more pure than a virgin. And I'm always like, I don't know about that one, Chief. And he got ratioed to hell and back. Wonderful, amazing. And all the women crying about like, oh, she repented. Are you sure? That doesn't make me obliged to marry one. By the way, crazy, huh?
that want to subscribe to Piper's OnlyFans can potentially find content of the three of them doing something.
Alright guys, welcome Zach. He's gonna be helping us with the movie. Honest question, who are you more excited to be with?
You, Piper. Oh, it's an open marriage. You can't even get mad at me.
Now that my makeup is all done, we're about to make our movie. If you're of age, please go check it out. You won't regret it. Go check it out.
I'm definitely not going to regret it.
Here's what I believe is happening. Piper opens an OnlyFans account, joins the Bob House, and using them to promote her OF. But when that isn't really working anymore and people are not really talking about it, she's now looking for a new way to promote it. And the way she could think about is being in a relationship with Natalie Reynolds and Natalie Reynolds' boyfriend. What? And I think this is really working because these videos are getting millions and millions of views and it gets people talking. I mean, that is how I even heard about it. I made a post on YouTube basically asking.
Twerking is one of the most unattractive things I've ever seen in my life. It makes women so unattractive if a woman does it. It's like literally like, oh, so you're a hoe. Good to know. Moving on.
People what they think about the whole Michaela Nogueira's appearance conversation and how she's getting dragged, and most people said they did not care. Ouch. But I also posted a link for people to, you know, give me video ideas or topics they want me to look into, and most of the people there wanted me to talk about this particular situation. That is how far it has traveled. If we're not really looking at this from a drama standpoint, this is really, really sad. This is actually very, very sad. A freshly 18-year-old girl doing all this to drive traction to her OnlyFans account, it just seems so dystopian. And the fact that there are people out there supporting this back to back. Again, looking back to when I was 18, there are certain decisions that I made back then that I wish I knew better. But right now that I'm 21, I might just be able to make more informed decisions or really think things through before I do it. And that is just the reality. And unfortunately, I would say Piper Rockelle has been caught in this trap and she's forced to believe that this is what she really wants for herself when it's not true. Like, girl, you look almost miserable in this content that you're making with Natalie and her boyfriend. It's so pathetic. I'm not calling you pathetic, I'm calling the action pathetic. Because remember that Piper is just 18 years old. She is still learning. I think she just needs better adults in her life. I mean, people that actually care for her and her future, not people that want to make money off.
I think this is a cop-out to take away responsibility from young people. Bro, you have to remember, right? Not to say that this is fine, right? But like, listen, we had young men literally go to war. We had young men. Like, I mean, look at old photos, right? You had like 50, 60-year-old looking like men and doing men things. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna pull it out again, the usual thing that I say. Women have agency. I know, scary thing. Again, wonderful. I know. This is it's like one of the greatest conclusions I think you can come to is that women have agency. She is responsible at the end of the day now for what she's doing. Now, I do believe that her mother placed those thoughts, right, and put her on that path. 100%. I do believe that. But she does have agency. I know, scary.
Like I said in my last video, you are your own person. I am my own person. Piper is her own person. Whatever decision she makes today might just come and bite her in the ass in the future. But I don't think she really realizes that yet. Anyways, guys, that's all for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.
Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. So, what do I believe? I believe that her mother put her on this. And that's what we are, where we are now. That is what I believe. Different circumstances, I guess, but still. Agency. She does it still herself, and she can say no. I know that probably years of indoctrination probably put her on this path, right? I do believe that 100%. And now here we are. What I think is even more scary is the fact that a lot of young women or girls were following her. And now she does this, which may inspire a few women, a few girls to do the same now. And that is rather terrifying. Anyways, that is rather terrifying.